The purpose of this video is to show you how to properly and neatly adhere your name design to your sketchbook covers. This is a sketchbook I used last year during distance learning, and I made a cover for it like this. Now, the one thing is I really don't like the way this, if I put this on here, you can see I cut it out, and you can see that there's all this space. So first thing I want to do is cover that up. So we're going to be doing a lot of gluing. So what I always instruct my students to do is take a piece of wax paper. There's a whole bunch of it in the back of the room. And you put that underneath your book like this. Now you don't throw this away. I actually do reuse that. So this will keep all your pages from gluing together. We didn't want that. I took this piece of gray construction paper. I trimmed down the one side of it. This part here I like to just fold over. So you can trim it down, you can fold it over, but whatever. I just wanted to make sure that I got rid of all this stuff that was already here. So the next step is I'm going to take my glue. This is regular Elmer's glue, and I'm going to put it on here. And you need a bit. You don't want it to, you can tell now this method that I use is kind of like wallpaper. Okay, so think about wallpaper when you're doing this. And what I do is I'm taking this piece of cardboard and I'm going all the way to the ends because I have this wax paper, which is going to keep it from going into my sketchbook. Watch out for your binding. Okay, I'm going all the way to the end, and you can smooth it out, and you'll know you have enough glue because your cardboard is gliding rather than getting stuck. Okay, so, all right, it is not going to stick. It's not going to dry to the wax paper. So now I'm taking my piece of construction paper and I'm just going to lay it down right on top. And this can actually, now I'm going to get a little bit of glue in my fingers, but this is going to fold under like that. Okay. And we're going to glue the whole top of this. So I'm going to fold this in so that it doesn't, okay. So underneath, there we go. All right. Yeah, I'm getting glue on the paper. I want that. That's not a problem. Watch out for bubbles. That is the one thing I do want to say. So you can take your cardboard then, and starting in the center. Now, the important thing is that you have good coverage. All right, and if you do, I even have brayers back there you can use to get some of the bubbles out. Brayer is a little thing for inking. I've got some that I don't use for printmaking, just use for this kind of thing, okay, for collage. And you can see that looks like a hot mess. So now I'm taking a little bit less of that glue, and I'm going over the whole surface again. You may get some bubbles, you may get some wrinkles. The better that you spread your glue, the less of that you'll have. So my goal here is to get it spread it evenly. Now, if your cardboard is not wet enough, it's not going to stick. If you have a lot of marker, if you use a lot of marker in your design, please make sure that you spray it with hairspray. I have hairspray in the back. If you're working at home on this, it's the regular aerosol hairspray because you're going to be going right on top of your piece. Okay, and I'm putting glue on top of it too. So I'm taking my glue and spreading it over the whole thing. Okay, and I have this so you can see how wet it is. Now there's you can even scrape some of the glue off from the sides. The glue is actually, it's not waterproof, so if you get your book wet, that's not gonna help. But I wanted to put this frog in here. I think it'll fit. I found this frog graphic, and I was like, oh, I really like that. It's really cute. So I'm just going to stick it right here because it's just like a boring book. So I found this. Now, once when your book is wet like this, you can add all kinds of things to it, but you just have to make sure that the key thing is to make sure that you're smoothing everything. The glue is going to go out on the sides of the book. This can just be stored in the drying rack, and that's it. And that's how you do it. It'll dry clear, and everything will be nice and nailed down. And this cover will last you for years, actually. So enjoy.